Hello, everybody. It is Sabrina of Sabrina Sells DFW, and I wanted to share a cool new tool. It's not new at all, but it's something that I play with whenever I'm working with clients. It's not an exact science, but it gives you a ballpark of how much home you can afford. Let's take a look. So, if you look at this tool, and so this is mortgageloan.com. And this is, I just think it's really cool. So you go to calculators in here and you can look at your mortgage calculator and just see how much home can you afford. So I had someone recently, they're not currently in the market, but they sent me a message and said, this home is beautiful. How much would I need to show as income to qualify for this home if I had 15,000 to put down? And so that home was 399,000. So I just rounded it to 400,000 here, where it shows the purchase price. And then I put their down payment of 15,000, and it shows that their loan amount would be 385. So this is trying to show them exactly what they'll need to earn to qualify for 385,000 because they're putting 15,000. And so I put their starting interest rate at 5.75 because that is the current rates. We recently dipped and rates are down, which means that I can probably put some money on the fact that home prices are about to start going back up if the rates continue to dip. Now this monthly liabilities adjusts how much loan you'll be able to qualify for. And this, don't look at this yet because we haven't completed everything else. So if we're looking at an auto loan, say a person has at least a 350 payment a month, right? That they're paying on credit cards about $300 a month. They've got student loans. They're paying, let's say $250 a month. No child support. Maybe another loan that they're paying off. We can do, and then this is a co-borrower monthly liability. So the other person on the loan. So if two people are applying, we're looking at, let's say this other person has a car note, but their car note is only $200 a month, but their credit cards, they're paying $400 a month. Student loans, they haven't paid back, but the note's low. Let's say it's $150 a month. So it just kind of shows you the annual income for a variety of interest rates. So where I put us at a 5.75, go away. It shows that earned income would need to be $140,000 a year, and that would be between all of the people who are going on the loan. Now, if you are moving in, and a lot of these homes are multi-generational now that they're building, which means that you'll have another full bath included inside of a bedroom. And those are typically for whenever a family member is going on the loan as well, and they're going to be living there, or maybe they're not on the loan at all. So I've seen where there's a couple, they're buying a home for their family. They also have a parent that gets disability who's going to be moving in with them. That's additional income that they can consider and put that additional person on the loan. And then they can kind of have their own little suite downstairs or upstairs or wherever, but it allows them to include additional income. And so when you get back up to the top, then it shows your annual income is to be about 140,000. Now this, don't even look at this. This is so far off. That's not including taxes or anything else, and it doesn't give a spot for that. But I can tell you right now, if the house is 400,000, it's going to be at least another $600 a month just for the taxes, and it's just the way it is. Taxes are just, they're not high, but they are. It definitely changes your monthly payment, and that's not including everything. So this is what a person would need to earn if they wanted to purchase a home for $400,000 with a $15,000 down payment to get finance for $385,000. Now you can change this and say, Sabrina, I only need a house that's about $275,000, but I only got $10,000 to put down. And don't worry about the fact that, maybe that lender, builder, seller, whomever may be giving you some money towards your down payment. You may be using down payment assistance. This is just basically worst case scenario if you don't have any other programs to assist you in a purchase. And so it puts the monthly liabilities, all of these liabilities, at $1,650 a month. And to be honest, this is extremely low. Most people's liabilities are around $2,000 to $2,500 a month. Just in car notes, because car notes are so high, and student loans and all those things, and especially because a lot of people have student loans deferred. So there's still a monthly payment tied to that, and they don't know when your payment is going to be undeferred, or when you can no longer defer that loan. So there's still going to be a monthly payment tied to your student loan. Now, what you can do is reach out to your service provider for your student loan and ask them to extend the number of payments that you're allowed to make on this loan. And what that does is just reduce your monthly loan. So say, for example, you're expected to pay off your student loan in 10 years. And so that's why the student loan payment is $250 a month. But if you ask them to stretch it out to 20 years, and that brings you down, and say you can get it down to $100 a month for that student loan, as you see here, your required monthly income is changing because your total monthly liabilities are changing. And this will allow you to also see, before you get into the home buying process, if you have credit cards and you're paying $300 a month, and you do something like the debt snowball, which is something that I did to get out of credit card debt, and you're able to pay off all of your credit cards, and your spouse is also able to remove their credit card debt. Because remember, like, credit cards aren't a must-have. That's not a guaranteed bill that you have to have. You can pay it down and change your whole liability. If you look here, that cuts the monthly liability to $800 a month. And now look at the required annual income, $86,000 for a home that's $275,000 if you only have $10,000 in cash. So again, don't look at the monthly payment. That is not correct, but this does give a pretty accurate required annual income for the home price that you're looking for. And you can play with these liabilities and work on whatever payment plan that you need to pay things down, to see, well, my income is only $80,000 a year, but I want to purchase a home at $275,000. Those homes have what I'm looking for. I want 4 bedrooms. I want 2 baths. Play around with this. So you may see your auto loan. Maybe you're at a point where you can refinance and get that payment lower, and they can get that down to $300,000. And so now your total monthly liability is $750,000. And if you're able, this car note, you double up payments for 6 months and triple up, or whatever the case is, and now you've got that down, you don't have a total monthly payment at all anymore. For this co-borrower, all you have is a student loan. Let's put $100 a month that they're paying on a credit card, and now you're at $81,000. Is about $82,000 is about the average yearly income that both of the earners need to make. So about $40,500 a piece, which is pretty average in the DFW area. I'm not sure where you are, but this is just an interesting way to look at how much money you need to earn to know about how much home you'll qualify for. Do not look at the monthly payment, but just look about how much home you'll be able to qualify for, and see, well, I know if I get a promotion or I get a raise, I'll be earning this much. So this is how much home I'll be able to afford. So you'll be able to use this tool. I like it a lot. And whenever I'm not sure, I jump over to something like this, and I can kind of plug and play with the numbers and ask, if you don't know how much, credit card debt someone has, I can easily send this to someone, and it's pretty easy for them to play with and learn on their own, so that they know how much they need to make. But I also like this chart at the bottom because it shows you, if interest rates are adjusting up, how much that impacts how much your annual income needs to be. So if you have any questions about this video, I'm going to include this link in below the video, as well as my link if you want to get in there and get pre-approved for a loan, and if you see that you're able to qualify for the home that you want. All right, I will talk to you guys soon.